All right, as I said before, my name is Johnny Wimbrey, and I am excited to be with you right now. Like I said, I have the honor of bringing to you an incredible presentation that is, taking the world by storm. And I do my best not to use cliches because I'm not a really big cliche person. But this is not a cliche when I say it is taking the world by storm, and you'll understand what we mean by that in just a second. The name of our company and opportunity is called iBuumerang. iBuumerang, in my opinion, there's nothing else out there like it. As a matter of fact, I'd be willing to bet on it. And you're going to understand more of that as we move towards the future of this presentation in the next 40 minutes. In the next 40 minutes that I have you, I want to share with you a concept. And I want you to remember, everything that I'm going to share is just to give you enough information to understand that we're real, that we're not going anywhere, that we are making incredible advancements into homes just like you around the world. And the concept is iBuumerang. What's a boomerang designed to do if you throw it out correctly? It's designed to come back. You reap what you sow, right? Whatever you put out there into the world, it's going to come back to you. If you throw love, love comes back. If you throw positivity, positivity comes back. If you throw smart investments, the investments will come back to you and you'll reap that as well. So we are iBuumerang. And before we start talking about the opportunity and the income, we have to give you a disclaimer. iBuumerang cannot and will not make any guarantees in terms of what your success can be or will be in in our opportunity. What you put into it is exactly what you're going to get out of it. If you treat iBuumerang like a hobby, it's going to treat you like a hobby. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just want you to understand iBuumerang cannot, we will not, we do not make any guarantees about your ability to make or get results or earn money with our program, information, strategy, or tools. I've been in this game of network marketing and home-based businesses for about 20 years now. And here's what I've always told people. Listen, when you join a business, it's like joining a gym. What you put into it is what you're going to get out. If you show up to the gym, it doesn't mean anything unless you put into action. You get on the treadmill, you pick up those weights, you jump in the pool, whatever it is, you are required to put things into action. And it's exactly the same thing with us. If you put our tools and our strategies in action, like most people, what we're experiencing, it's going to happen for you too. And here's what I want you to understand. It is time to take control of your life, your individual family members' lives. It's time for you to earn money from home. And it's time for you to get started into a home-based business. And I'd be willing to bet that you are only giving me your time right now because you are open to seeing something new. You're open to seeing something new, or you just simply are watching because someone you care about, somebody that you're attached to, invited you to be a part of this presentation, and that's enough. That's enough. We commend you and we thank you for just giving us your time, if that's just it. So here's our mission. Our mission is to provide an opportunity to succeed without selling by offering a 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean to provide an opportunity to succeed without selling? That's what I want you to focus on. Now, I have taught the industry of home-based businesses for 20 years now. I teach entrepreneurialism around the world. Even without iBuumerang, this is a subject that I've been teaching for well over 15 years, right around 20 years to be exact. But on an expert level, I would say for the last 12 years. And what makes you an expert? I think anybody's an expert if they make $1 million a year doing the same thing for 10 years in a row. I would consider that person an expert in anything that they do. And that's why I really see myself as an expert on the industry of network marketing, not in a lot of areas, but this is my world. I understand it like the back of my hand. So why is iBuumerang a cutting edge opportunity that's separating itself from the mass majority of home-based businesses that are around the world? It's because we're taking you from an outdated business model where customers normally pay more and only the most experienced win. What does that mean? What that means is in the network marketing industry, it's typically a distributor's job to sell you something, to switch you from something that you're comfortable with to something that they're financially incentivized to get you to drink, to taste, to switch over to their services, whatever it is. And there is nothing wrong with that at all. But only the top level salespeople, the top level influencers, those who have skills in those areas normally rise to the top. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But what if there was an opportunity that was built for the masses? where literally the masses of individuals around the world, it doesn't have anything to do with their ability to sell, to speak, or to influence. It's just all about having access to systems. Well, that's moving into the modern era. The modern era, make money only when your customers save money. Did you hear what I just said? Make money when your customers save money. You don't have to sell people on wanting to save money. And what if you're financially incentivized to introduce them to concepts that will show them how to save money? Well, that's our leading product. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. We have advanced tools that are in place to help you build your business, but not just build your business, but to take your business to a very much higher level in life. Here's our leadership team. This is where our magic comes from. You got our CEO and our founder, our chairman, Mr. Holton Buggs. Our global master ambassador, Mr. Edwin Haynes, is actually my sponsor in the company. Thank you, Mr. Edwin Haynes, for bringing me into this incredible opportunity. We got the VP of Operations, Mark Kickcart, T. Gray, Lori Spears. She's our director of travel. We'll talk about travel in just a second. David Manning is a CEO, Extreme Travel. And Peter Hirsch, our chief giving officer. Happy birthday to my friend, Peter Hirsch. Peter Hirsch is an attorney. He's a #1 best-selling author. He has done a lot of incredible things. Even before iBuumerang, we're just honored to have you, brother. I'm sending you love all the way from my home here in Southlake, Texas, to your home, just right up the road, a few miles. And I love you, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy. You've had a rough year this year, but you're a survivor. And your heart for people, your heart for children, it just puts you in a league of your own, brother. And I just want to stop and slow down the presentation to say to you publicly around the world, happy birthday, Mr. Peter Hirsch. Now let's get back to the presentation. Mr. Holton Buggs, look at his track record. Now, I'm going to jokingly say something, but I actually mean it. Now, in 1990, Mr. Holton Buggs, he joined the home-based business arena for the first time, which means he subscribed to the mindset that it is possible to build a business working from home. Now, 5 years into that program, 7 years into the program, he finally gets up to $500 a month. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I follow anybody that's making $500 a month after 7 years? I agree. I probably wouldn't follow that person either. However, I would follow that person if that's their past story. And now they're a massive success story. The reason I love the difference of the story is he understands the struggle. He knows what it's like to be, an ant crawling through a jungle, trying to be noticed, wanting to be noticed by creating success. He understands the struggle. He understands the pain. He understands rejection. But he also understands what it's like to be massively at the top. And that's somebody that I can follow. In 1997, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success. In 2009, he had a record-breaking earnings in sales in the last 10 years. Now, listen, in 10 years, now, what I'm about to tell you and what I'm about to say is factual documented information, but I'm going to say it because I want it to stick and I want you to understand throughout the entire presentation of everything that we talk about. It all leads back to this man and his vision. Why should we follow him? He supported over 45 people to make over $1 million in his team in a previous company. 45 people in his team made over $1 million in his organization. This is the same guy that couldn't get over $500 a month in 7 years. What happened? Technology, systems, and his work ethic. Now, we launched iBuumerang in March of 2019. Look at the dates. 2009 is when he joined his previous company selling coffee. 10 years later, he launches his own company. Now, there is nobody alive that can say they made over $100 million in commissions as a distributor in a 10-year span from the day he joined to the day he left to start his own company, which is iBuumerang. That man right there is a living legend. There's nobody on the planet that can say they made over $100 million, one company, one opportunity, one compensation plan, start to finish in 1 decade. That's who we follow, guys. That's the visionary of who we are and where we're headed. iBuumerang launched in 2019, which means we made it past our first year. March of 2019, today is June 2020. So we made it past our first year. Why am I telling you that? Well, here's another fun fact. 97% of every home-based business company that launches never makes it past their first year, which means 99% of the companies that launch, you'll never know their name because they never make it past the first year. Not only did we make it past our first year, research this. iBuumerang was the fastest growing home-based business opportunity in the world in 2019. So the year we launch, we're #1 fastest growing opportunity in the world. I don't know of any company that can say that. Amazon can't say it. Facebook can't. No company can say that they were #1 in their space the year they launched. iBuumerang can say that. So now that I have your attention, I want you to understand our team created a concept to make the future of business easier. How? This is our product. Our product is a technology, and the technology is called the PRIB, P-R-I-B. Say it with me. Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Perpetual, why? Because it never stops. It just never stops. While I'm talking to you right now, the PRIB is working for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in over 50 countries around the world, literally while I'm talking to you right now. That's called perpetual. Residual income, because residual means it keeps coming even if you don't want it. Well, you may say to yourself, I've always had a desire to participate in residuals, but I'm not an actor. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not a musician. I'm not a producer. Well, those are types of individuals who participate in residuals. Now, you participate in residuals too. The question is, which side of the coin are you on? Most of us pay residual bills. So we know what it feels like to be a part of residuals, but do you know what it feels like to have residual income coming to you? Well, that's what I want to talk about, and that's the power of the PRIB, the Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Now, listen, our proven track record already within the year proves to us that this technology doesn't just work. It works in a massive way because it's creating duplication around the world. What most people have struggled with in the past in building home-based businesses, it's, the traditional businesses, direct sales, franchise, and then look at the PRIB. When you are in a traditional business, you got to know how to follow up. You got to know how to sell. You got to know how to upsell, cross-sell, welcome orientation, training, upgrades, events, retention, whatever your business is in some shape, form, or fashion, even in a traditional mindset, there are things that you have to bring to the table or you have to hire to bring to the table to make sure that your business is booming. Direct sales, exact same thing. I come from a direct sales background. I'm a health and life insurance agent. I've been licensed since I was 20 years old. Since I was 20 years old today, I'm 45 years old. So over 25 years, I've been a licensed health insurance agent. So when I was out in the field in direct sales, I had good years. But the reality is, in order for me to have the same year I had before, I had to actually work harder. Why? I've always been 100% commissions. I've always been 100% commissions my entire adult life. If you look at what a franchise goes through, you want to get a franchise, go for it. But you're going to have to come up with a lot of money. You're going to have to be heavily invested. As a matter of fact, studies show, most financial experts will say, when you start a business, you should not expect a profit for the first 2 to 5 years. In your mind, that's how you start a business. Because if you expect a profit your first year, you're kind of being unrealistic in terms of what the average or what the norm is. This is the power of the PRIB, ladies and gentlemen. The power of the PRIB is a technology. It's an artificial intelligence. It's an algorithm, if you will, that learns our free customers. You hear what I just said? Free customers. Think about companies that are out there right now. The fastest growing companies in the world are driven by free customers. Amazon, rideshare, social media. Think about it. We have created the world's fastest billionaires on the backs of free members. But how much did you make off of that? Me too. The PRIB is designed to put you in position. I don't know if revenge is the right word, but to position yourself for the next wave. And I want you to understand, our business model is all about our ambassadors making money. It's not just about giving you access to fun, giving you access to technology, giving you access to trainings and leadership and fun atmospheres. It's actually about sharing the wealth with you. And you're about to see how. The first vertical that goes into the PRIB is our travel platform called iGoTravel. It's the front door to the PRIB. Why do we say it's the front door to the PRIB? Because we are not a travel company. Just like Amazon is not a lotion company. It's not a, auto mechanic company. They sell everything. You have access to everything, but they manufacture nothing. They're the access point. They are the technology, the access point that creates a relationship with free customers. And because of the faithfulness of those free customers, vendors from around the world team up with Amazon to be a partner, and it's created trust around the world. Think about that kind of mindset as we go into this opportunity. Our first and the front door to the PRIB, which is our technology, we're going to use travel. Why? Because travel is the #1 industry in the world. Travel is the largest industry in the entire world. 3 of the top 5 industries in the world: oil and gas, food, and pharmaceuticals. Those are 3 of the 5 largest industries in the world. Travel's #1. If you add up oil and gas, food, and pharmaceuticals, add all them up together, combined on an annual basis, they do not equal together what travel does alone. So we wanted to start with the world's largest industry to open the front door to the PRIB. Now think about this. If this is the technology's job is to know the customer. The technology's job, the PRIB's job, is to know what the customers want before they ask for it. Well, how is that possible? Well, think about Amazon. Now, I do not like spam. I don't like spam mail. I don't like advertising, unsolicited advertising coming to my mailbox or in any shape, form, or fashion. But I had to think about something, about 4 or 5 months ago. I stopped and I thought to myself, why do I hate unsolicited advertising so much, but I have no problem with Amazon? There's only one reason. They only show me what I want to see. What my wife sees is totally different than what I see when I go to my app. Why? They study me. They know me. As a matter of fact, how did Amazon start? They started with books. So are they a book company? No, they're the fastest growing technology company in the world. Why? They create an access point for free customers to have access to a database of products and services around the world. Keep your mind right there as I move into the power of the PRIB. Now, travel is an $8 trillion a year industry. What most people don't know about travel is, in terms of online booking on travel, with online booking, there's really 2 major global powerhouses that control the entire world of online booking on travel. It's bookingholdings.com. Booking.com, rentalcar.com, kayak.com, that's all booking.com. Expedia Group, if you're on Priceline, you're on Expedia. Yes, they look different, they're wrapped different, their colors are different, but it's the exact same booking engine. But here's the difference with us. Although 45 of the websites are owned by these 2 entities, they did over $190 billion in sales in 2018. They offer the same retail prices and markups. Guess what makes us different? We don't mark our prices up. Why? iBoomerang's business model is not to profit on the booking of travel. That's not our business model. Our business model is to help our members save so they're more faithful to the PRIB. So when a customer saves money, an ambassador makes money. How's that possible? We don't mark our prices up. Now, the same inventory that's available around the world, but the difference is, if you are a customer of iBoomerang, a free customer, We pass the savings on to you instead of pocketing it and making a profit. Now, here's some examples, and I'll get into how that works in just a second. These are real life images, screenshots of real bookings or real searches that were done at the exact same time. Same hotel, same nights, same everything. The only difference is one was searched on Expedia and one was searched on iGo. This is a real receipt of a booking. This individual named Ruben booked this with iGo platform, and you can see that this individual saved over $1,341 on one booking. Why am I only focused on what they save? Because as an ambassador, I only make money on the iGo platform when my customers save money. What customers? My free customers. Just like you're going to have free customers, and we'll talk about that in just a second. The next image, Paris, France. Same everything. Travelocity against iGo. Look at the booking, $316 in saving. You go over here and look at a rental car. Rental car savings, rentalcar.com, iGo platform, $1,589 on one booking of a car. Now, we also have access to 5-star lifestyles at 3-star prices, from hotels, car rentals, cruises, flights, homes, weekend getaways, marketplace, timeshares. We have access to the timeshare database around the world. We don't own timeshares. We don't want to own timeshares. We just want to have access to them. And because of the iGo Travel platform, we have access to all, if not all, a large majority of the timeshare owners around the world. Additional lifestyle benefits and activities and rewards and savings from wine club, gift cards, restaurant savings, shore excursions, theme parks, world tours. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Why is that important? Let's go back to the mindset of understanding the PRIB. The PRIB is a technology that learns our customers' habits. Why? When you go to iGo Travel and you search Vegas, New Year's Eve, 2021. When you search that, you just told the technology that you want to go to Vegas. So what do you think is going to start happening? We're going to start sending you offers and deals and special discounts to go to Vegas at the exact same time that you said you wanted to go. Why? It's an algorithm. It's learning your habits. We know what time you want to go. We know how many people you want to go with. We know the time of year you want to travel. And that's how we start learning you. Amazon did it with books. Remember how they started? They started with books. If you order a book on Amazon, you order a book on how to be an at-home chef, you just told Amazon that you're going to be ordering kitchen supplies and tools to become a chef in the future. So they know what to market you. They know what to share with you. And it's brilliant. But they're not sharing the wealth with you. It was never a part of their business model. We are going to share the wealth with you as we implement new services and products that go into the PRIB. Now, I believe in my heart, and I believe this with every fiber of my being, just like you say, did you Google that? It's not really, we make Google into an adjective. It's not really an action word. What it is the name of a company. It's the name of a search engine. But why do we say, did you Google that? Because it's a household word. I believe iBuumerang is going to become the exact same thing. I believe we will live in a time to hear the entire world say, do you boomerang? The question is, when's the best time to get on an airplane? When it's on the ground or when it's in the air? When the whole world is saying, do you boomerang? That means we're in the air. The people who are lucky enough to get in at ground floor before we even start taking off will be incredibly financially incentivized to get us into the air. And that's the purpose of this presentation. The purpose of this presentation is not so you can understand everything about iBuumerang in the next 10 minutes. It's not the purpose. The purpose of the presentation is to give you enough information to say, I want more information on this. I want to take a serious look at this. So the person who invited you out, that's simply why they invited you to be a part of this presentation, so you can see that it's real. Now, we have the highest and most, forward-thinking technology already in place. The boomerang, we have smart codes. Imagine you generate your own code. You don't have to understand how this works. Like, I don't understand how Zoom works. Like right now, I'm talking to the entire world using Zoom. Ask me how it works. I don't know. I hit a button, I hit a code, and boom, I'm live talking to the world. The exact same thing. I don't understand how these codes work. I just know they work. I know with my phone, I can send somebody a code. They hit that code. They download the boomerang, and once they do that, they activate a free boomerang. They are my customer for life. If they become an ambassador by a link that I send them, they are my team member for life. Why is that important? Because I don't have to go out and do these one-on-one presentations and taste test and all these other things. I use a technology to build my business. So for the first time ever, a true technology exists with a true product and a true service that's advancing globally, that's looking for partners just like you to help us become a household name, which means you will be highly financially incentivized to help do that, because we are a network marketing company. We are a home-based business. We're just not a traditional network marketing company. Why? We're using technology. Technology, exactly what you're seeing right now is an example. Now, I want to go back to the travel savings bonus that we talked about earlier. If you're an ambassador and you have a platform as an ambassador, I'm an ambassador for iBuumerang. When you join iBuumerang, you can become a free customer. The person who invited you out, they'll send you a boomerang, you become a free customer. Or you become an ambassador, which means you're a part of the income opportunity. You can actually make money inside of iBuumerang. A customer can save money. A customer can have access to all of our benefits, all of our services. They have access to it. But an ambassador makes money when the free customer is accessing our services. So I want to talk to the entrepreneur that's inside of you, not just the consumer. The entrepreneur, become an ambassador, save 40%. You become an iGo customer, you save 20%. So you can see the difference of being an ambassador just versus a free customer. So with all that being said, go over here with me to the right side of the page, and I want you to look down where it says 50% is paid to the preferring ambassador as a direct travel savings bonus. Now, we're not travel professionals. Okay. I'm not a travel agent, which means because I'm not a travel agent, I cannot make commissions on the booking of travel. Nobody can. It's illegal. But what we came up with is a concept. What Holton Bugs came up with is a concept that we pay commissions on the savings of travel. So if you look at your customer that saved $212, if you were the ambassador that brought that free customer into the PRIB, they saved $212, you would make $106 in commissions for doing what? Nothing. You didn't search for the travel for them. You didn't log in with them. You didn't do anything. You just simply threw them a boomerang. They activate the boomerang and they become your free customer, and anything that they access inside the PRIB. Right now, we're leading with travel with iGo platform. Anything they do inside the PRIB, you'll get paid based on their savings. So, of course, we will evolve. The PRIB will always evolve. Year after year, there will always be new products and services that will be added into the PRIB, but we have to exclusively own the technology or the product, which means if we put something inside the PRIB, it's because we own it. It's because we're contracted with it or we bought the company. And you're going to understand what I mean in just a second, because the next vertical inside the PRIB is Vibe Rides. It's a drive share program, a ride share program, just like you're already used to. Now, here's the cool thing. The companies before us have already really done all the work for us. They've done proof of concept, the trust factor, the legalities around the world and most governments. So most of the work has already been done for us, but no rideshare company, no drive share company has made it an opportunity where people can be financially incentivized to help build it. Imagine if you were financially incentivized to share the app of your current rideshare company. Listen, we're not in competition with them. As a matter of fact, we love them because they've done so much work for us to help us get off the ground. The proof of concept is already in place. But what's the magic of the Vibe Ride? Why is it called Vibe Ride? We'll talk about that in just a second. But I want you to understand that rideshare and drive share is the fastest growing segment of transportation in the world. You guys understand? You guys see where we're going with this? Travel is the largest industry in the world. Rideshare is the fastest growing segment in the world of transportation. So we're leading with our services and our products at the top. That's the vision of Holton Bugs. He wants to play at the top. So we're playing at the top. So Holton Bugs owns his own rideshare company, exclusively only available inside the PRIB for iBuumerang. So you'll see Vibe rides out there. It's coming. When is it coming to your country? I don't know, but we're coming. How soon? I don't know, but we're coming. Right now, we have beta markets that are being tested in Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, as well as Orlando, Florida, and Miami, Florida. But we are expanding. We're going into Mexico. We'll be coming into the United Kingdom for my friends who are over there and around the world. So when's the best time to get on an airplane? On the ground or in the air? Ground floor opportunity. You help us build it. You help us take it around the world, and we'll help you become financially incentivized to do so. Imagine if you were financially incentivized to help build Instagram, Facebook. Great companies that we love and we all have fun, but we have zero financial incentive to help them build. Now you're financially incentivized to help a company build that's literally taking the world by storm. Now, there will be new products and services that go inside the PRIB that are going to be coming out probably in the next several months. But every year there will always be new verticals that are going inside the PRIB. So I want you to visualize, not today, visualize 3 to 5 years from now where we're headed. And you may say, okay, well, I'll just wait 3 to 5 years to join. Well, that's not how entrepreneurs think. That's how consumers think. I'm talking to the entrepreneur right now, not the consumer. The consumer says, I'll buy it when it's ready. The entrepreneur says, I want to invest. I want to get positioned before it's ready, before the world loves it, before the world understands it, before the world can even spell iBuumerang. I want to get positioned. That's an entrepreneur. And that's who I want to talk to right now. Listen, Vibe Rides, what makes us different is we literally financially incentivize you to build this and take us globally. Vibe Rides is all about you choosing the vibe. You choose your air conditioner. You choose the heater, the comfort level, what music you want to listen to. And here's something that I love about Vibe Rides that no company has yet. They probably will, but they don't have it yet, but we're leading with it, is girl power. What is girl power? Well, we want to put the power in the females' hands that are out there doing rideshare programs that may feel a little nervous if they cannot choose the gender of their driver. So they can choose female drivers only. Why are we doing this? We're just different. We're not wanting to be better than any other company out there. We just want to be different. And what makes us different is we're financially incentivizing you to help take us around the world. Now, how do our drivers and our riders make money? Well, there's 3 ways to earn. You earn when you drive, you earn when others drive, and you earn when your customers ride. So ask yourself, how many customers do you want to have inside the PRIB? How many customers do you want to have inside the PRIB? Not just how many customers do you want to have. When you bring ambassadors into your team, ambassadors are entrepreneurs. When you bring them into your team in iBuumerang, their customers are also your customers. So if you told 5 ambassadors who told 5 ambassadors, that's 25 ambassadors. If those 25 ambassadors had 10 customers apiece inside the PRIB, that's 250 customers inside your PRIB with a team of 25 ambassadors. So now are you starting to see the picture? It's not just based on what you bring to the table. Do you know that Instagram knows exactly how many people downloaded the app because of you? They know that. They can trace it back. They know how many people who have signed up because you referred them. But they won't financially incentivize you. They're not being mean. It's not their business model. Their business model is for you to have fun. They make the money. We want to put the money back into your hands to have fun. Now, you earn income when you drive. Most people who are already drivers in the ride or drive share programs that are already existing, they already understand this concept. I don't really understand it because I'm not a driver. I'm highly, highly considering becoming a driver just so I can understand it. I think it'll be a lot of fun if the top level leaders were all drivers for Vibe Rides. Sounds super cool. So that's really my motivation to become a driver, is so I understand how this program works. Not because I have to understand it. I just think it's fun when I can tell people that I understand it on another level. So give you an example. Let's say that this is you and you have 10 drivers in your team. And the 10 drivers, let's say the annual year of drive fare is $50,000 a year that they drove within the year. It's 10 drivers, total of $500,000 a year. That would make you about $15,000 a year, even if you never did one drive or one ride. Why would we pay you that? Because you helped build it. You helped us build it. So we're going to financially incentivize you to do that. Now let's take it to a whole nother level. What about, if you built an entire a rider panel or model, if you will, of nothing but people who are taking rides through Vibe rides around the world. This is you. Let's say you have 10 riders. And let's just say that each customer got their 5 for a free ride. So let's just, your customer. I become a customer. When I refer 5 people to become Vibe riders, I get a free ride. So you can see how it's going to multiply just based on even incentivizing the customer who's not making money, but they're earning a free ride. So all those riders would be in your team and you don't even know them. Oh, by the way, you know the power of the PRIB we talked about much earlier? The power of the PRIB, you're not allowed to talk to your customers. We don't want you talking to the customers. We don't want you selling your customers anything. When you're like, hold on, Johnny, that's totally different from any other home-based business I've ever seen or heard about. Typically, when you're in a home-based business, I got to sell you my water. And then after you love the water, I got to give you some pills. I got to give you some lotion. I got to give you some makeup. I got to continue to upsell you so I can make more money. Not here. We don't talk to our customers. We put them inside the PRIB and the PRIB talks to them. So if you have 250 riders in your team in the next year, the PRIB talks to them. The PRIB knows where they are. The PRIB knows when they check into a hotel. The PRIB knows when they get on an airplane. They know they're about to land in Miami. So they may get an email 24 hours before saying, when you land in Miami tomorrow, use this discount code to access your first ride with Vibe Rides. So they're doing all the work for us so that our customers become faithful inside the PRIB. So every time we roll out a new product and a new service, they all communicate with each other and market to our customers without us ever having to speak to them. Now, think about it. When's the last time you got a customer support or a sales call from Amazon? You don't. They don't sell you anything. The algorithm sells you. We're building an algorithm inside the PRIB that's going to learn our customers, learn where they are, when they are, how many they are, and how often they do it. And that's how we're going to market to them. So that's why I say, imagine 3 to 5 years from now, having hundreds, if not thousands of customers, free customers that are a part of your PRIB. And every time we roll out a new service or product or a discount or an offer, anytime they exercise it, cha-ching, you get paid. That's the essence of where we're headed, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll give you another example and a visual of more ways to get paid in iBuumerang. Now, we talked about, you building a customer database, but the customer acquisition model can be more powerful to the extreme, especially on the travel side. So here's an example. This is you have 10 customers, and let's just say that your average customer only saves $600 a year. Let's say they travel twice a year and they only save $600 a year. Now, my first booking was November, the first weekend of November of 2019. My first booking, I saved $2,200 on one hotel stay. $2,200 in Manhattan. It was a presidential suite, so I saved a lot more money because I was spending more money. But I saved $2,200 on my first booking. Now, this is before I understood how the PRIB worked. I didn't understand the iGo platform. My sponsor, Mr. Edwin Haynes, made $1,100 on my one booking. I had no idea. He's never talked about it with me. I've never talked about it with him. The PRIB does all the work, so he doesn't have to sell me anything. And the exact same thing can happen to you. So you have 10 customers that are saving $600 a year. That's $6,000. That would be a $3,000 commission for you if you're an ambassador in our organization. Are you starting to understand this? You don't sell anything. You don't pitch anything. All you do is bring ambassadors, build an organization, teach your ambassadors to go get free customers, and life just starts happening organically. And that's our opportunity, guys. It's the organic growth that you can create for not just you, your family members and friends. So as you join iBuumerang, there's many different ways that you can make money by building an organization of ambassadors and benefiting from everything that happens in that organization, any sales, any services, anything that's being acquired. It all rolls back up to you because it started with you and your organization. So I'm going to give you a visual. If you look just to the right, when you join iBuumerang, you can only build 2 teams. You have a left team and a right team of ambassadors. You cannot start a third team. When you bring in drivers, you will see them in your organization, but they'll either be on your left team or your right team. When your people go out and get drivers or go out and get ambassadors. You will see them in your organization, and everything they do, it rolls right back up to you. You don't have to know them. You don't have to talk to them. Let the systems that we have in place do all the work for you. This is part of one of the systems, us doing these live Zoom presentations 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes 4 or 5 times a day. This is part of the system to help you start building your business. Think about it. The person who invited you to be with me right now, how hard are they working? I'm doing all the work. So guess what you could do? You could join us right now and plug somebody into another presentation in the next few hours. And guess what? You're not going to do any work. You're just going to invite people and we do all the work. The work that we're doing is just to expose you the fact that we are real and we're not going anywhere. So the residual team bonus. Now, this is when you start acquiring ambassadors and ambassadors start acquiring customers at the exact same time. This is when momentum starts to build and strategic growth starts in your organization. Even if you don't understand it, it just happens. So let's just say estimating earnings $20,000 a year. This is you. How did you get there? Well, let's say you built a team of 50 travel savings ambassadors. So you have 50 ambassadors in your organization. These are 50 people who said, yes, I want to be an ambassador for iBuumerang and I want to make money as an entrepreneur in iBuumerang. Those are ambassadors. Customers, they're just consumers. They're free consumers. They don't spend anything to be a part of iBuumerang. They're just customers. They can't make money. They can just save money on our benefits and our services, right? So let's just say you got 50 ambassadors in your organization. Well, how did you get 50? It could be a multiple combination of different ways. You could tell 5 people who tell 10 people. That's 50. Doesn't matter how you get there. You could tell 5 people who tell 5. That's 25. If it happens again, that's well over 50. So you're starting to get the visual. Doesn't matter how you get there. Just use the example, 50 ambassadors. And let's just say your 50 ambassadors have an average of 10 Boomerang customers each. That's 500 customers in your organization. You don't talk to them. You don't sell them anything. No one sells them anything. The PRIB does all the work. You find another home-based business opportunity that says, do not sell anything to your customers. You won't until iBuumerang. You got 500 customers in your organization. Let's say, again, each individual on average saves $600 a year. That's a daily average customer volume. You can look at the earnings over there. That's $20,000 a year for you, based on our compensation structure and your organization growing as well as your customers growing. Could be a heck of a lot more than that, but we're using very low average numbers. So as you're looking at iBuumerang, you join us as an ambassador and you get to pick the level in which you want to join. Now, I'm a first-class member and I'll explain to you why I'm a first-class ambassador. Actually self-explanatory when I go through this. You'll understand why I'm a first class versus being coach or business. Now, I don't have any emotional attachment to how you choose to join us as an ambassador. I really don't. I just care that you join us. So you choose the level that you want to play at, but I'll explain to you the benefits at the levels that you want to play at. So when you join iBuumerang, it's $99 a month, starting the second month, and it's $250 to be a coach member, a coach class member. Here are the benefits. You get the iGo booking engine. When you become an ambassador, you also become a customer of the iGo booking engine. But here's what you get access to as a coach class member: hotels, flights, car rentals, and you also get 10 boomerangs. Remember I said you acquire a free customer by throwing them a boomerang? When you join as a coach class member, you get 10 boomerangs on the first day. So you can go acquire 10 customers your first day, your first 30 days, how long it takes you to get free customers. Now, once you get rid of your 10 boomerangs, you can always go to your back office and order new boomerangs. They're very, very, very inexpensive, especially if you equate what it's worth on how many customers you have. The more customers you have, obviously, the more money you're going to make. So you want to have as many customers as possible. In your dual team compensation plan, you make 10% on a weekly commission of all the volume that's going on in your organization, according to our compensation plan. You also get bonus percentages of 50% as a coach class member. Now, business class is $500. You get 25 boomerangs. You get everything that you got in the iGo booking engine, but you also get cruises. You get 100% of the bonus percentage. Just that alone will pay for itself to start at business class. It just pays for itself. Now, many people have started at coach class and they upgrade their first week and there's no penalty. No penalty at all. Why? Once you really understand the value of being business in first class, most of the people upgrade when they really understand the value. And we understand you're just seeing this for the first time. So you may not understand the complete value of upgrading, but just get involved and let's go to work. A first class member gets everything that everything else got, but the difference is you get 50 boomerangs. The value is in the boomerangs. The value as an entrepreneur is in the boomerangs. Why? Your boomerangs are your inventory. It's not travel. Travel is not your inventory. Rideshare, that's not your inventory. Those are customers. That's not your inventory. Your inventory to get customers are your boomerangs. So that's your value. That's your overhead. Remember, you're an entrepreneur. You can't run a lemonade stand for less than $99 a month, but you can run iBuumerang for $99 a month. I'm looking at you right now and I'm doing business in over 40 countries around the world in iBuumerang. And my overhead is $99 a month. You can't run a lemonade stand on the corner of your street for $99 a month. Do you guys understand this? It's an amazing technology. Millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars worth of infrastructure, and you get access to it for $99 a month. You make 100% of the bonus percentage versus 50% of your coach class. You get 20% in the dual team compensation plan just right out of the gate by becoming a first class member. So you can see joining first class has its privileges, but it also has its financial benefits, especially if you start on that level. Now, the person who invited you out, that's what they wanted to share with you. So you choose, what level do you want to come in? Coach, business class, or first class? The bottom line is you get with the person who invited you out. You get with them, you start game planning with them, and you get on our next call with your guest and let us do the presentation for you. When you really understand who we are and what you have your hands on, when you really understand the I decide, listen, the person who invited you to be in this presentation, send them a text and say, can you send me your I decide link? They'll send you an I decide link and you'll get a quick, fun, interactive presentation that's less than 15 minutes that goes over a little bit about what we just talked about, but you'll have fun and you'll be able to control it at your pace and at your level. So if nothing else, get with the person who invited you out, get involved. You'll be glad you did. Thank you so much for being a part of iBuumerang. And here's our disclosure as we end. I cannot, the person who invited you cannot, and nor can iBuumerang. They cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results, to earn money with our program, information, tools, or strategies as you continue to read. Exactly like I said in the very beginning, what you put into this is what you're going to get out. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to treat you like a hobby. You treat it like a multi-million-dollar business, trust me, firsthand experience, it can treat you like a multi-million-dollar business. It just really depends on what level you want to play at. It's like joining a gym membership. You'll see people at the gym that are rock solid, looking good, taking care of themselves, and then you'll see some people that are completely the opposite. The only difference is dedication and commitment of maximizing their benefits and their monthly fees for being a part of that gym. And the exact same thing for you. You have access to everything. You have access to everything that our $1 million earners have access to. You're starting today, but you have the access point that we have access. We share that access with you. There's no limitations. Welcome to iBuumerang. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Get with the person who invited you out. The boom is real.
Looking to start a business from home? The business from home. We are the fastest growing home-based business company in the world that's helping ordinary people just like you and I to get out of debt, generate additional income streams in their life, and creating extraordinary success stories globally. We've got the right systems in place, world-class servant leadership, wealthy compensation plan, and the utmost support you need to start local and go global. To get started, simply text us on WhatsApp, #ReadyToBoom on +356 9946 3303. Again, text #ReadyToBoom on WhatsApp on the number +356 9946 3303 right now. Let's get ready to boom. Are you trying to find the best deals online when it comes to your travels? I know, it could be a nightmare. Let me save you some time and of course some money. I Go For Less, the one and only platform you need to go and find the best deals online, from flights, hotels, weeks, cruises, and more. This is a completely free travel booking platform where you can save up to 70% on your travels. Cool. Here's what you've got to do. Step 1. Go to bit.ly/travel savings code page. You'll find the link in the description below. Step 2. Find and enter the code you see on the page to create your free account. Step 3. Start saving. Anytime, anywhere. When it is time for you to book your next trip. Pretty simple, right? And did I tell you it is free? And it's also forever to use and to keep. Again, go on bit.ly/travel savings code page. Use the code you'll find on the page and start enjoying your savings.